but there's a lot of things that I didn't say on my last video that need to be said. Uh, all right, PBC putting together great fights on free TV, even though they're still making us keep our Showtime subscription for Deontay Wilder or whatever the fuck they got planned over there. But Jarrett Hurd, that fight almost should have been stopped yesterday. For a young fighter to take them shots when on the scorecard, he has no chance of winning. The way he put his lead hand, someone should have told him in the corner, if you can't protect your fucking face with your lead hand, okay, if the only thing that's touching it is J-Rock's fucking right hand and left hand, stop that fucking fight. This is a man that got 3 fucking belts. Alright? Why? Because the PBC constantly puts a big guy with a small guy for him to run through him. And this is what happens. Both fighters came in the same weight on the scale. We know Jarrett Hurd was probably 180 pounds when he blows up. I mean, the man's 6'1", and it just 3 belts, and he can't even protect the front of his face from getting bashed in all night. All right, and you're from Maryland. Yeah, you're from Maryland, because if you were from Baltimore, you'd be able to dodge a bullet, motherfucker. Gervonta Davis ain't going to go in and get beat like that. I guarantee you that shit. So, on these 3 belt things, okay? He had the one. He fights Erislandy Lara. And no disrespect, I know you got these Lara fans. Get the fuck off my page, alright? Yeah. All he does is run. Alright? So-called Cuban style. I don't know about that. But he's a good runner. They should have put him on a track team. He is 40 pounds lighter than Hurd, on fight night. All he does is run, so all Hurd had to do was clip him coming out of each corner with the right hand, Here he comes running out of this corner, boom, clip him right in the hip. Right underneath the elbow. Excuse me. I need my morning, I need to talk to Mary for a second. Y'all just hold up. Because we're going to get into these goddamn belts, all right? And the Al Heyman way of things. Now, I know you PBC boys, all right? I don't want to talk bad about your brother, Al Heyman. But shout out to X, all right? What's up, X? You my Nick. I ain't gonna say it. But anyways, the belts. BBC and Al Heyman, all right? They want Charlo was supposed to walk right through Harrison. Well, that backfired in their fucking face. Both Charlos backfired in their face. If Al wasn't out there, that one would have lost too. But, Hurd, they had it set up. Styles make fights, He's a big boy. He goes in there, runs right through you. J-Rock, man, has great fundamentals. The boy can box. Man, is he a live underdog. And I always put money on a live underdog. But my buddy passed away at the beginning of the month, all right? He was cremated. He wasn't buried to the end of the month. The day he passed away, I was going to order tickets to this fight. Because it was in, I'm in Baltimore County, by the way. And, we got the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area that is about 45 minutes away. But, I was going to drive down there, see the fight. Man, I wish I could have made it there. Shout out to B. Marsh. I noticed he was in the building. And Jared Hurd did pack the house. But man, was the crowd... J-Rock came in there and shut that whole fucking crowd up. All you could hear was Hurd's mother screaming at him. Probably move your fucking head. But Hurd's stepmother, or whatever it is. But, he shouldn't have had 3 belts. It just... Hold on a second. Excuse me. I was interrupted during this video. I had to stop it. And, yeah, it happens again. And I'm going to pull my own little J-Rock in this motherfucking house. And go to jail. But, I'm going to play a J-Rock mixed with Adrian Broner. Fuck someone up and go to jail. But, okay, PBC. And the PBC dick riders aren't going to like this. Just have a seat. Alright. There is a system to keep fights in-house. So shut the fuck up about Crawford and Spence. There's a promotional difference. They're not going to fight anytime soon. Alright? As long as there's PBC, they will not do business with the other side. Alright? Now, he wants to keep his belts. J-Rock is an in-house fighter. So Al Haymon and PBC win either way. Alright? J-Rock, you need to get rid of your whole fucking team. Someone get in the ring with him and have a fucking pool stick, alright? Pointed the opposite way. Fat end towards his fat fucking head. And shoot that pool stick at him. Alright? Yeah, put some padding on it at first so he don't go home. But eventually, have nothing but a pool stick shooting straight at his fucking head and make him develop some head movement. Man, it's basic fundamentals. He was let down in the system because he came up walking through people and he never had to box. Well, this is called boxing. Not who can gain the most weight in between weigh-ins. Not who gains a bunch of fucking weight and drugs and the only fight is the fight at the weigh-in and with the WBC to be clean. So your whole battle is getting the drugs out of your system and getting your weight down because all the bullshit you ate, eating at McDonald's and Taco Bell and all these goddamn places that'll kill you. And then once you step off the scale, the fight's over. Because the judges are in the pocket. You're fighting a guy that's 30 pounds lighter than you. And, it's in-house fighters. When he fought Lara, they're both Al Haymon fighters. It don't matter who wins. But he had it set up for Hurd to win. Because Hurd's a young guy. You make money off him for a while. I mean, I salute you. You bring him to Maryland. You make all this money. And hey, if he loses, at least the belts aren't leaving PBC. All right? So, I'm not sure PBC won't be stopped by the feds, though. All right? Oh, yeah, call me a hater, whatever. But let me tell you something. The FBI has been watching boxing for a while because of corruption. You know, people been running to the Congress and demanding things about boxing. So I wouldn't be surprised if the feds are watching. If the feds are watching, he might be in violation of that Muhammad Ali Act. All right, he might. I mean, he's walking a tight line. But yeah, Jarrett Hurd has 3 fucking titles, or had 3 titles, till he was relieved of them. Shout out to J-Rock, man. You boxed excellent. I mean, excellent. Excellent. You roughed him up on the inside. He has no concept of distance and where he should be standing. Which, man, if he pushed him off of him and got him, you know, a foot and a half away, and he could throw a 1-2 real quick, extend his arms, you know, he might have been able to do something. Because every time he hit J-Rock was hurt. All right? I mean, he was hurting J-Rock. J-Rock wasn't hurting Hurd like that. But yeah, man, guess what, Hurd? Start with a jab. I heard your corner tell you that. Fucking Larry Holmes ran the heavyweight division for what, 17 fucking years? Someone's gonna correct me, but what, 11, 17 years with a fucking jab? Jab, Hurd. Jab. Everything starts from the jab. Everything ends from the jab. All right? I know y'all were doing the same shit. Hurd, I'll teach you head movement. I will teach you head movement. All right? God damn. It's frustrating. Because here you got a fighter that's 28 years old that don't know the fundamentals. All right? I really got to question how much sparring or just how much work has he really put in? I mean, what kind of work is he putting in? Is he running and doing all this, but you're not putting mitts on? You're not putting, you're not doing just simple movements to get him to move his head or move his feet. I mean, look at Canelo. You can be flat-footed and be defensive as a motherfucker. I mean, Canelo puts his hands down and puts his head right in your fucking in position for you to hit it, and you still can't hit it. J-Rock wouldn't have done that with Canelo. All right? But yeah, I'm tired of, I've lost passion for boxing. I mean, it'll always be there, but as long as we got PBC and dancing and these in-house fights, you know, we won't get the fights that we want. These fighters are not fighting to be great. They want the money. Like I said, a lot of them, it's all about the weigh-in. You know, once they beat the weigh-in, they know that their opponent that was hand-selected, everything's going to go great. Well, this is when it backfires, all right? J-Rock was a live-ass fighting dog, all right? And truthfully, I was rolling for J-Rock. Yeah, we're in the same state, but I ain't with all that shit, all right? I like fighters that box. And man, J-Rock was boxing on your ass last night, alright? Shout out to How to Fight on the Inside, man. Yeah, you want to learn how to fight on the inside, do what J-Rock does, alright? And man, shout out to the Philly style. And yeah, he didn't have a Joe Frazier left hook last night, but he had a Bernard Hopkins offensive system down pat. And I know Bernard Hopkins was watching that and was like, that's right, boy. Yeah. Because, I mean, he was fucking Little Bernard last night. I know he's been called that before, but last night, man, he really let it show. And he deserves them belts. But you know, like, how long is it before they put him in with... there's a plan to get Charlo all of the belts once he gets his shit back together, probably. And they'll make money off him for a while. But yeah, it's not about competition, you know. It's about showcase fights with PBC. Take them to the hometown, showcase fight. It was supposed to be, or it might be, the fat kid from Baltimore, Gervonta Davis. Put him in there with the Cuban, you know.
Detectives discovered that Stacy and the
Shit.
had a short, stormy relationship.
The Cuban that Crawford beat.
Just a few weeks before her murder.
Yurkis Gamboa. Alright. Now, we know Gamboa, his little short ass blows up to 200 fucking pounds in between fights. We know these Cubans are older than they say they are. Like, you know, the Cuban that Lara, you know, got his hips beat up because he runs from corner to corner, and Hurd was just swinging wildly. You know, didn't need to protect anything in that fight. But yeah, give Gamboa to Davis, put it in Baltimore. I'll be there, so any of y'all motherfuckers, yeah, talking that shit, bring it there. Yeah, and I'm with the shit, believe that, alright? So, yeah, that'll be a PBC fight where all Davis has to do is go in there and floor him. I drug this on too long. But Jared, man, get some fucking head movement, alright? I'm out. Peace out.